Hi guys, my name is Kim Hampton and I'm a DLC in Frisco, and I'm going to talk to you for just a minute about critical thinking with technology projects. Now this course was created because we want to help all of our teachers get their 5C badges. We really want to encourage people to be doing critical thinking with technology projects in class, but not everybody knows what that looks like. It's kind of hard because we do a lot of projects that involve technology. We do a lot of projects that involve critical thinking. We just don't always marry the two of those things together. So the key with using technology for critical thinking in a project is that you're using technology to actually show the student thought processes. So that's really what we're going to hone in on. So let me give you an example. A lot of times we use technology to do research, and we have students gathering information. We use it to organize information. We use it to create a product at the end, but we're not showing the thought process. But like I walked by my son the other day, he was doing a project on the computer, or a paper. He was writing a paper collaboratively with some other students, and off to the side they had a chat going, and in the chat window they were discussing whether they had enough sources, whether they were good sources, whether they need more. They were suggesting sources, and they were trying to evaluate whether they were appropriate or not, whether they needed them. That piece was a critical thinking piece. So if that could be screenshotted and submitted, that would be a good critical thinking submission. But the key is planning ahead so that you know how to get that screenshot and how to gather that evidence for this project. And are you deliberately making that happen, or is that just a happy accident that it happened, right? So another example would be, we have students who are doing controversial topics right now. They're writing papers on controversial topics. And, information literacy is hugely important right now. Maybe you could have the students do a screencast where they look at different sources, maybe one that's biased and one that's unbiased. And during their screencast, they identify elements of the website that show them that help them identify whether it's biased or unbiased. And they talk about how they made the decision about what to use and why they chose the sources that they did. That would be a great critical thinking piece to throw in. An elementary student who's doing a math problem, and there are many ways to work it, and maybe they describe on a video how they solved that problem, or maybe multiple ways of solving the problem. How did you find the perimeter of this complex figure? And they describe that, they explain their process. Then you're seeing their whole thought process. And then we're getting into critical thinking. So that's the key. Now we have a link in our course at the very end called Applications, and there's links to lots of different tools that you could use, and they're not everything, but they are a good selection of tools to use for a critical thinking project. But it's all about how you use the tool. So, something like Padlet, for example, is a place to collect information. It can be used as a critical thinking tool, but it might not. It's a great place to have a discussion back and forth. Discussions are really, really good for showing thought processes. So be sure you're really looking at how you're using the tool. As you browse that presentation with the applications, look at the badge tips up in the top corner and make sure that you're always considering, how am I showing the DLCs what my students are thinking as they're doing this project. Okay? I really encourage you to work with your DLC on campus to help you with this course and help you create this lesson, because if you do, they can also help you submit your badge paperwork so that you can get your badge as well. And wouldn't it be great to finish this course with professional development credit and a badge? I think so. So let us know if you have any questions, and I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope that you really enjoy doing something a little bit different in class.